So that should be streaming. And indeed, that is streaming. Okay. So as the stream would suggest, I will be working on attacks. I have this kind of small list of what I'm planning on doing for the attacks this stream. Though before that, I do want to make one small change, which is taking the health manager and turning it from a resource into being a node. So what we'll do for that is just have a node, of course the same name as the health manager, and it will have the health manager script. And if we save that, just save that there, we can attach it to the player, and we can change the player script from just being an export into being a get node. Though before that, there's one thing you want to take care of, and that's currently this is still in here as a resource, and if you like were to run it when it's like extend, because it could extend the node now, it will give you an error. So yeah, just to avoid that, just make sure you like don't have that just remaining there, and then you can just and just like that, we have the health manager as a node, which should help when we get to like the enemies. Um, what? Sure. What was that about? I honestly do not know what that was about, but okay. So now that that's done, we can get into the attacks. So for one, we'll just have the basic attack scene, which we'll have so that let's just any attack can just inherit the base attack, because every attack will of course need a sprite and it will need a it will need a script too, but we'll need area an area 2D as the hitbox, and it will need a collision layer, collision shape for that. So hitbox shape, and of course those will just be empty for this scene, just because it doesn't really need a sprite since it's a default. Then we'll add a script for it, so let's create a new attacks script folder and move that over there. And now we can have this be attack class name. And it will have just the damage. And by default, it will be 1. And an integer. And for the targeting, because you can have attacks that you want to hit like allies, enemies, or both, like just kind of like healing bullets, and bombs, just as a generic example. At least probably. So for that, what we can do is have an enum for target types, and that will have all, um, opposite, same, and that doesn't really need a none, huh? But I guess we can give it a none. Let's see, what would we need a none target type for anything? Let's see. I don't believe we would ever need an attack to hit nothing. So yeah, let's just not have a none. Just all opposite or same. So that would of course be like for the bomb, normal bullet, and like a healing bullet. Yeah, this can have use for like buffing and such. And of course we want an owner. Oh, I did not realize I put on caps lock. But of course owner is already a thing, so attack owner instead, and it will be a character body 2D. Because of course they need to move around. Then we want to be able to have an actual target, and that will be a target type. And by default, it will be target type dot opposite, because most attacks are going to need to hit the opposite. And you can see we just have a nice drop-down menu to select from. Let's actually just move this over. I feel like having that at the end makes more sense, right? Yeah, that feels more sensical. And then when this enters, so we'd want area entered. Because like it's all gonna be areas. The one thing we can do is actually just have that be an area 2D, and that will be a hurt box. And that will have a hurt box script. We can save that under entity scripts. So scripts, there are scripts, entities, hurt box. And just move the hurtbox.gd to the entities. That is the script. Why am I saving? Anyways, so this would be a hurt box, and it extends an area 2D. And with that, we can remove this, and instead it will have a hurt box. And because this will be inherited, we'll just inherited. We'll just add a hurt box shape. Or would we want to just inherit? Well, no, it's nice to have that be a drag and drop, I'd say. Yeah, let's just roll with that. Let's just save that for now. Then we can go into the attack script. Let's also just close some of these that we do not need, just to remove some of the clutter. Yeah, that seems good. So then we could have a bunk deal damage, which will take in a hurt box. I'm going to remove the capitalization from box. And this will return absolutely nothing, and for now we'll just pass. Could not find type hurt box. Right. So let's just quickly go in here. And now that we have that, we can bind the hurt box. This is why it's nice to have them be nodes. We can just go like this. Um, shouldn't we be able to connect you to that, or just need to specifically state it's an area 2D? Like, why are you not registering it's there? Is it built to compile dependent scripts? Is that consistent? Nope. So it's probably fine. Okay, so that works. We'll change that to Hurtbox. Shouldn't that work as it extends? Area 2D? I guess it does call it for every area 2D. Hmm. Let's see. It's like we want the Hurtbox signal of area entered on Hurtbox area entered. Oh, well, we can just have that be in the Hurtbox. We can signal Hurtbox entered, Hurtbox, Hurtbox. And we can just area entered. So we can just go to you, area entered, on area entered. If area is Hurtbox, Hurtbox entered dot emit area. Now if we save that, we go to you, Hurtbox entered, pick Hurtbox, Hurtbox. So, oh, need to actually select the right. I was probably actually on the right one. Well, whatever. Um, why does it say that's not compatible? That's strange. Oh, that's actually interesting that you can do that. But okay, so we have that bound now. Like, why were you unable to just connect? Like, okay, let's just quickly disconnect. Disconnect because we don't want that. Pick. Oh, let's quickly save. Oh yeah, it just doesn't realize it's compatible. That is so strange. Oh, whatever. That's fine. So now we should have a function to check if it should take damage from an attack. And of course that will return a boolean. By default it should return false, but we'll match attack.target. If it's attack.target type.all, return true. Attack.target type.same, return type of owner equals type of attack owner. attack dot target type dot opposite return type of owner is not type of attack dot attack owner. And let's just quickly move that into being the same order as it is in there. So yeah, just if so for it technically shouldn't because that's all of them, but we'll just have that there because I think otherwise it whines. Yeah, it does whine otherwise, so we'll just have that to satisfy it if somehow attack dot target type is not any of its possibilities. Let's see. I know I could technically add these into being the same thing, but like, eh, it'll work for now, and like it is a little nicer to look at just seeing both cases because I don't believe it allows just that. Yeah, like if we go to the match statements, let's see where they actually. Okay, you did not have a lookup symbol. That's unfortunate. Let's see, where does the match go? Keywords, match, see match, there we go. So yeah, match, source value, pattern s, block, when pattern guard? Ah, I didn't know there was a when option. Ah, a binding pattern introduces a new variable, like the wildcard pattern. It matches everything and also gives that value a name. Interesting. Actually, I do want to be sure I'm using type of correctly, though. Let's go to the is. Is doesn't have one either. It's just keywords is. Tests whether a variable extends a given class or is of a given built-in type. Hmm. That follows the pattern list. Var x for y when y equals x. Ah, interesting. That's actually really cool. Let's see. Has anyone come to join the stream? That would be a no. Okay. I'll just see if this works when I get the rest of this. But okay, for now, let's just func take damage. And that would just take in void pass. And we'll just do, let's see. Add export health manager. Var health manager is a health manager. So like, let's actually give player hurt box and a collision shape 2D. And we can just do hurt box shape. And let's just, for now, make that exactly the player, even though that's pretty bad design. And we'll just do the exact same for the enemy. And what if we, like, I would just check if the owner has Health Manager. So func ready. If Health Manager equals null. Well, no. Yeah, let's just keep it like this. So we just go to the hurt box, Health Manager. And we'll need to give the enemy a Health Manager as well, so let's just copy that right in. Oh, and let's just do that. There we go. And now we can go back to the attack script. So if hurt box that should take damage self, hurt box dot take damage. That should work for now, I think. So yeah, that works probably. So I think we just push that. There you go. Commit. And now with that, we should have the base attack scene done. Actually, let's make that more dramatic. It needs more flair. All right. That will go great in a video. In the devlog that will come out like next year, probably. If that. But okay, with that done, let's just close that. I should be able to just go in here, instantiate, well, inherit scenes, entities, attacks, attack. And yeah, now we just have this to go off of. Let's just add a very simple sprite frame, 0 FPS, and it will of course just be this. Let's just squash it to hell. Actually, I need to go in here because like this is a lot of pixels right now. So let's go back into you. By default you're 128. Yeah. So new world's like 24 over 128. 24 over 128.0. Position 0. Let's squash you down even more, actually. Because you should be the 24 over 128. 24 over 128.0. So yeah, like if we copy that next to the player, this would be the approximate size of the slash, which like maybe a little bit longer. So like let's make it like that. Yeah, that's good slash. Then we can just do basic slash. Now you should have a basic slash. Let's just give that a hurt box, which of course will also just be exactly itself, just for the most horrendous hitbox as possible. And we'll call you basic slash. And you'll do 15 damage, let's say. So technically that should be like, whatever. So now we do want it to expire at some point. So let's have a timer. Let's do a components. Let's call you base attack. Go into here and call you base attack. So you can be a component. There we go. Now we have these components, and I'll have you have a kill. Let's just do script to you. Well, we can actually just, because like, can't we just have that be a normal timer? Does it have to be component, like a custom component? Because we can just do like basic slash add a timer. Signal timeout. Basic slash not script methods only. And we should have a queue free. Yeah, why would that just be a component all on its own? And let's just make that 0.3 seconds. Okay, so we can close you, don't save you. I'll count that as attack modifier components though. Kind of, because like, yeah, kind of. And then we'll have the enemy attack, which will be an attack equals null. We will just attack dot, what was it, like instantiate? Wasn't it something like that? Actually, it should be a packed scene, huh? Yeah, instantiate, there we go. And then we can go into the enemy base attack. And technically, it's not really instantiating anything, huh? Oh, right. Let's just clear that back up. Go into the actual enemy. There. Hmm. Oh, I'm insisting base attack instead of basic slash, huh? Yeah, I guess that would mess up like that. Yeah. Nope, still messed up. Interesting. Uh, so it should be printing. So shouldn't that instantiate it, you know? Actually, let's check the node tree, because like it should be. Oh, it's probably at child attack.instantiate, huh? I never actually added two. Oh, it actually didn't queue free it though. Oh, I need to turn on auto start for that. Right. Auto start. There we go. Slash slash. Yeah. That's technically it working, I'd say. I just need to actually have it attack because it's not currently hitting the player. So let's go into here and else print nah. And yeah. So let's see. It's getting two yes. And none of them are taking damage. Manager dot health minus its damage. Let's quickly amend that commit. Let's actually quickly just save so it pops up here. And let's just we can remove this at this point. That's okay. It was just lagging a bit. That's fine. All right, so we don't need that. So yeah, let's amend that commit. All right. So now, yeah, we can see our HP being just chunked away. Now I just need to see why it's returning true for that. So let's. Oh, I guess I never set attack honor, huh? I think it's init for these. Is it? Func init lookup. Oh, okay. So how should I? Can I pass? What are the built-ins? If init is defined with the object scripts may only be created directly. So let's change that to attack scene. at var attack equals attack scene dot instantiate get tree dot add child attack dot global position equals global position. There's probably a better way of doing that, like a attack dot spawn attack, and we just pass in the attack scene and where to instantiate it, but this works for now. I may refine it once that is all actually working. Oh, probably because we changed it, huh? Yeah, basic slash. There we go. That's fixed. Uh, get tree dot currency. Is it dot get currency? Dot get currency dot. Will this add it to the root? Like, yeah, you can see it's leaving it behind now. Um, okay, now technically here we can like have a func spawn attack void pass. So if we make that static and we have it pass in an attack, we can go in here and say attack scene attack owner. Okay, so that will be an attack scene var attack equals attack scene dot instantiate attack dot attack owner equals attack owner. Let's just go in here. So that should like be an error somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Let's just go right here and ignore. I really don't care about that, I'll be honest. Especially because this isn't even a static. Yeah, I can just do self dot. So it really doesn't matter. We couldn't access this because it's a static function anyways. But okay, so then we just do get tree dot get current get current dot get is it because we're static? Let's see. Is there a way to make an attack like not depend on owner? Is that something we can do? Auto translate maybe? Attack owner dot add child attack. Oh, I guess. Is that indeed auto translate? Defines if any text. So that actually did nothing, probably, I suppose. Yep. Um, I guess it's just already independent. That's interesting. I didn't know it'd be independent already. I thought it like would move along. So that's actually pretty nice. Now we should have like a spawn type. Let's see. So how about a, do we have structs? No. So class spawn type. Let's see. Like, what is the best way to handle spawning it? Because like we want to be able to like have it spawn towards a target at the current position. Actually, there are really only two behaviors. To target and at target, where we can just define it as whatever. So in spawn type, at target, to target. Spawn type, and target character body to character body to D. So now we match spawn type dot at target, attack dot position equals target dot position. So that's like the easiest. Can this be null? Okay, equals null. Equals at target. Spawn type dot at target. If target equals null, target equals attack. Okay, so if target is not null, otherwise we have spawn type dot to target, which for now will be pass because we need it to like be rotated the right way and such. So what we'll do is attack dot rotation. Actually, is there like face towards? Okay, rotate a10 to actually is there how did I do that for this one? Player controller. Okay, so we can just do dot angle equals angle difference? Okay, attack owner dot position dot angle to target dot position. Because like if you don't have a target to target to, what that really doesn't do anything. So should that be global position though? Okay, so let's just attack dot spawn attack attack. Okay, go back to you, enemy. Okay, she don't compile. That's spawn attack self, and you'll have the basic slash, and you'll be attack dot spawn type dot to target target. So does that do what I wanted to, or does it crash? Well, it doesn't crash, I guess. But that's not really doing a lot. Let's see. So it does like know that it wants to spawn that, right? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even hit anymore. So what if we do at target? Like, does that still? Hmm. So will this do it instead? And nope, it is like completely not working anymore. What? So, like, this still works, right? Yeah, but even that, it's no longer independent. How did I mess it up this much? Like, I just completely removed that behavior for now. Seriously, what did I change? Like before we added that at all. Because we were still doing this. That's why it was working. Right. Because we need to go in here. Enemy, basic slash. Get current. Get tree. Dot get. Like what? Yeah. Okay. So I think what I need to do is I'm gonna change this all back. What I need to do, oh, is attack.getTree.getCurrentScene.addChildAttack. Send you all the way back as well. I need to actually like attack.addAttack spawn attack self attack dot spawn type dot to target. Go to you and add basic slash. There we go. Okay. There. Is the target position like always 0 or something? What? Oh, because I'm. Okay, but that still doesn't explain why the rotation. Like, okay, let's say I rotate you. Yeah, it should rotate the entire node. Hmm. Also, where is the print coming from? Where is the true print coming from? Oh, it just... okay. But then why are you not getting a rotation? Let's see, what does this say? It says it has a rotation. Oh, it actually does have a rotation, yeah. It's just wrong. Like, huh. Because, like, this should be in radians. Oh, actually, let's just do that in one. Let's just string. There we go. So let's see what it's saying. Okay, so let's get the 2. So it's 180, 7279. So let's just do 180 and 7279. Because it's y then x, so I actually would want to swap these. Why do I keep pressing that? Still absolutely empty. And 170.2136. 200. 180.0362. What did I say? 0362 equals 802 attack owner.global position.y target.global position minus dot y dot y dot x dot x. There we go. Will this give us the same? No, so it's literally just wrong. What? Why is it just wrong? Like, what? Hmm. Well, anyways. Like, I want the same flip as the player has for this. So, like, what if I do get global mass position minus get global position? Like, but that's still. Yeah, because that has it go like that. Okay, so I want to be able to spawn them myself actually, so let's go in here. I'm just gonna make this a one-liner. So technically, if not health manager, return false. Okay, let's do spawn. Let's go here. Spawn attack. Self attack dot spawn type dot to target. That, why is that an error? Oh, attack dot. Alright, that should just be a vector 2D. With that vector 2. Okay. Um, how should I do that instead then? This is turning into a little bit of a mess. Let me think. Let me think. Hmm. Let's see. Why is this turning into such an issue? Like, let's just make the enemy unable to spawn them for now. Honestly, for now, let's just forget about the enemy altogether. Let's also just quickly ignore that for now. Comment that out so it doesn't give us any issues. So, let's think about what we need for this, because, like, the attacks should be self-contained. Then we want the hurt box to manage being entered by an attack instead. So what we'll instead do is just completely remove this. And we will make the base attack. Let's quickly just stop this. Change type. Well, because we want the attacks to just handle, so let's should no change type for this. So it should be under rename. Yeah, there's just no change type for that. So we'll have a hitbox shape. Hmm. Okay, you know what? Let's just revert back. Let's just okay, can't reset to commit, so let's just discard all changes. Because what are the changes? Let's see. Okay, so what if we instead, like, let's get that back. Let's get you back. So you will, let's go to your script. You will no longer be taking a health manager. Instead, you will just be an attempt damage. Take damage, attack, attack. You will be a void. Take damage dot emit, attack. Okay, let's just, if, take damage. If, then in the health manager, we want an hurt box. It's null. If hurtbox dot take damage dot connect. Let's make a lambda func attack attack void health minus equals attack dot damage. Oh, attempt. All right. Now we go into you. We completely remove that. Instead we have far as swing. Well, how about every item will have an attack. So let's go back to items. Is it in resources? No. Is there no? Oh, because we're in TSCN. Whoops. Export var. Preload. Basic slash. There you go in here. Well, what if we just... Because we can have a null item and I still want you to be able to slash. Hmm. discard those changes. Oh, I should rename you. There you go. So you still run. You, of course, are paused because I halted your execution. Let's see. So, of course, in hurt box, we just check if it should damage, and if it should, do that. So is that something we can do? Because, like, we may need to know if it hit for the purpose of, like, piercing attacks, maybe? I should probably just quickly shut down Steam. Okay. It's like, do we need to know if the hurt box is entered? I'd say no. Is it possible to just disconnect it like this? No. So let's just go to Hurtbox, disconnect, move this signal. I remove this. You can actually go to the Health Manager, the script. Func damage, void attack, attack, attack. And we can just do health minus equals attack dot damage. Then we go to U, for instance, and what we can do is take damage, connect to Health Manager, damage, connect. Same for enemy, we get the hurt box, take damage, Health Manager. Oh, that is, whoops. Disconnect, connect, Health Manager, pick, damage, connect. Okay. Like that's why I feel having them as nodes is easiest, because you don't need to track internal references necessarily. So, okay, let's just see. We actually don't really need you either. So you should have no. Yeah, okay. Health Manager, no hurt box. Area entered. Bird box U area entered on area entered area is attack items damage area dot owner. Okay. So the attacks will truly just handle being attacks now. But we do still need a way to spawn them easily. Um, so we will, should we? No, because we want to just be able to create our own spawn types. So what if we do, like, instead of having it be an enum, we do class spawn type, and we can have, like, func spawn behavior. Let's see. Because we can have that be like, we can just create spawn behavior. That technically if we did it like that, like if we did it as a behavior, we'd want it to be bound to an attack, no? Let's just see if it all still runs, just to be sure. Shouldn't be anything that makes it not work, but just to be sure. Things can get really finicky. Okay, we can just close that by now. Um, well, how should I handle spawning? Hmm. Because like take let's just um paint. Let's say we have like a basic slash. We want to be able to instance that in like any direction. But say we have like thunder, we want to be able to just spawn that wherever. But also take like a boss, we may want to just spawn them facing down purely. Or if we want to change this into a blast attack, we could do that. Um, like we want spawn behavior to not be related to the attack, but to the one performing the attack. Hmm. Well, what we could do is make like our own class. Hmm. Hmm. What would be the easiest way to do this? Maybe we have like an attack spawner just component that handles spawning attacks. Like we can. Hmm. This is tough. What would be the best way of doing it? I thought I had this more figured out than I do, apparently. I thought I had a pretty good plan, but I suppose I have still missed some implementation details, though I am closer with having the basic attack. Let's quickly just do one thing. Let's see. Hmm, okay. Um, let's think. Because for some some attacks, we want them to be still. Some attacks, we want them to just move forward. And we can handle that in like components probably. Like we just have an attack movement component or something, for example. That would just be like for moving it. We can attach behavior to that. Hmm. Let's see. I really want to get this properly finished, like before ending the stream. But at this rate, I am not going to finish in time at all. Hmm. At least the good part is we can like instance attacks. So what we can do is I just write this code. For a new attack, self get tree dot get current scene dot add child new attack. Right, we did do that, yeah. Right. Did I not? No, I did. So there's another issue. Okay, let's see. It doesn't even call. How about this one? Area.owner. Who is the owner? It's not an attack at least. Huh? You're a hurt box too, though. Oh, let's disconnect that. Let's see. So like it's only registering this. Let's take a look at the scene tree. Why am I not even seeing them added to the scene tree? Wait, why is there even a timer there? I don't recall adding a timer to the inventory. Okay. Back to what we were on. Like, that is so curious. What if I just add you as a child directly? Why is it not registering as being added? Like, shouldn't it at least appear in the scene tree? Okay, so we're getting A's now. What? Oh. So we have like the collision. Oh, because it itself is on layer 1. So this is on layer 1. That is not right. What if I just add a new hurt box? Add a new collision shape. And I just do this. Okay, it's probably just that, yeah. Okay, so we'll just hurt box shape. Okay, does it work now? Of course, yep. Let's quickly change this back. 0.3. Does at least seem better. Let's go into, well, that, right, yeah, enemy. There you go. Nope. How did I break this that much? I can see that it prints the player slash twice, but let me guess. Attack owner. 24/24 false. Oh yeah. Is it only the enemy that it registers? Oh, that's interesting. And suddenly, when it actually hits, it's no. Excuse me? What if I just disconnect the signal entirely? Like, Hurtbox? Huh. Why is this so much harder than I feel it should be? Like, am I just overcomplicating this a lot? Or, like, is this actually just this annoying to do? First of all, I want to print the owner. Okay, let's just quickly. I know that it's unreachable, but I don't care. The players thing just thinks it isn't. Oh, what if I move you like that? Maybe that was for whatever reason. Okay, so that's better. So now we should only see enemy. Print attack.attack owner. Return false. So we shouldn't see any nulls. Right? We shouldn't see any nulls. How are we seeing nulls? Okay, so we have false, null. Print area.owner.attack owner. How do you just lose? Am I stupid? Like, false? No. Why are we? Oh, we're the, yeah, okay, we're the owner of the hurt box. Both 24. No. No. Basic slash. Like, what? How does that even make sense? Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. Um, Seriously, what am I doing wrong? Actually, let's repeat that once more, even afterwards. Because let me guess. It's not null there. Oh, wait. I am just stupid. I was calling owner, not attack owner. Is it printing that in attack? Yes. Oh, right, yeah. Signals, hurt box, take damage, connect to health manager, pick, damage, connect. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just. Point is, it works. Okay. So we have the hurt box handling like everything. Actually, one thing that I'm interested in is if we add like. It does update. That is good to know. Okay, now then. Hmm. So now that we have a way of spawning attacks, well, having attacks work, kind of. At least if it's a stagnant projectile that just sits there. Actually, let's make it 0.1. I want it to be just a tad bit shorter. Maybe 0.15? Why is that? Oh my god. Didn't even count due to that. 0.15. Okay, that works. Technically, you could also like have animation finished do that, but because there's no animation right now, we'll just go with this. It works. Now then, I need to find a way to spawn attacks more easily. So like we want to be able to either spawn spawn them at a position, spawn them facing a certain way. Um hmm. So like, obviously it would be an attack. We would have a spawn attack. I'll take in an attack. And owner character body 2D. And we can just go in here, copy all this, attack dot spawn attack self. I just do attack scene, attack, copy, paste, paste, paste. Attack owner dot and attack owner dot get tree, and you return void. Ignore. There we go. So now that handles. We can't really die, but you know. So then we'd have like class to target. Okay, so returns spawn. Func to target will return a spawn behavior. Spawn behavior dot new. Func init paths. Okay. So I believe okay. So like we can do like spawn behavior dot to target attack dot spawn behavior dot to target. Then we could have like um and func at target. maybe we do it like that, I'm thinking. And then we can have like func apply, which will take in an attack, and that will do some stuff. And we can just do here, and we can do spawn behavior dot apply attack dot attack owner. Attack dot attack owner equals attack owner. And we can do this. Let's just boom, 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 boom. There we go. There we go. Be at target to target. On type, spawn type, var spawn type, spawn type. Let's quickly just boom, boom. So then we need to decide how will we handle the target. Will the target be a global or a local position? I think it should be global. So everything would need to work with global positions. Okay, and now we just do target vector2 self.target equals target. bond type dot at target as bond type dot to target as. Why can you not have null? Two dot. Maybe we do it based on local position. Yeah, I think it should be local position. So that'd be like attack dot position equals target. And if it's to target, we do equals um okay, because local position is from its parent. Global position is from the entire thing. So okay, let's just text spawn. Okay, so attack dot spawn behavior dot at. Why do you not have autocomplete? Yeah, it's still no one. I figured. Why does it say offline? I'm still like actually streaming, right? I mean, I'd assume so, but okay, yeah. I've had internet issues a lot recently, but okay. What? Hmm. Intercolossus. Okay, let's see. Okay, whatever. dot at target, and we need self. Oh, actually, why am I? Jesus, that defines itself at target dot to target target dot position. What is get position delta? I see. Oh, let me guess. This will have autocomplete now. At target self target dot position. I figured, honestly. I know it's whatever. It's nicer with. Okay, what if I highly increase your range to like, let's just add a 0, why not? 10 times the range. Good luck avoiding that. Okay, the good thing is it works. Okay, so now we can go in here. And technically what you can do is like this I've done like uh some oh my god. Jesus Christ, I love it when stuff lags. But I've done like some robotics, and I remember seeing something like this done for something. Let's see, wasn't it like um where have I seen this? Um I don't remember honestly, but essentially what it is you can just make new ones. Like we can have func variants, and it can be like and like yeah, that would return like itself. Just so you can like keep stacking these behind it, essentially. Am I doing this right? Um, yeah, because it needs to return it, otherwise it wouldn't do that. It does have the annoying thing where you need to like set it to itself, but well, I don't even think you need to do that. Yeah, because it's the same one that it's modifying. Okay, so if it's at target, oh, um, oh right, because this is two targets, so equals attack owner. Okay, so I want to know what it does if I do that. So let's go here and replace this with to target. So yeah, that spawns it at itself. Then we go in here and we add offset float equals 0.0. Float offset float self dot static func that offset func set offset will return a spawn behavior 0.0, and we'll take an offset, which would be a float, return self dot return self off self dot offset equals offset. Get the warning ignore in here. Dot set offset offset. Kind of, you know? We don't even need to do that in there. So we don't even actually need these. We can just go in here, dot new, self attack dot spawn behavior dot spawn type dot to target dot position. It is probably faster to have that intermediate though, yeah. That's a good point. Like it's a lot faster to just to target. Or what we can do is have it be yet another modifier we can tack onto it. Okay, so we should still be streaming. Oh, is it a completely separate stream now? It's a completely separate stream now. How great. Okay, let's just... Oh, I love terrible Wi-Fi. Let me actually quickly see how much it missed. Let's just quickly see where it disconnected. Uh, Okay, so it ended like, okay, well, okay, so we were at like having it be another modifier essentially. Because I feel like we should do these for all that's required, and this for anything that isn't. Okay, so we go to here, and we can just do set offset. Let's say 8.0. Attack dot rotate target. Okay, that does seem to work. Should probably do some check if like the absolute value exceeds half pi, and if so, bring it back under half pi and just flip v, but we'll get to that later. Then just do attack dot. Wasn't there something you could do where it just like pushes it forward? Rotated attack dot rotation times offset. So hypothetically, it does look like it. So what if I make the offset something insane, like 25? Yeah, you can notice that it's like a lot more forward. And if we're inside, just can't even hit. That works surprisingly well. I'm gonna classify that as enemy attacks. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm sure there's better ways to handle it, but like, I'm happy with that, you know? And let's just do min and dot distance to target dot position. Okay, we need one more of these. But yeah, essentially what this is doing is we spawn an attack with an attack and a spawn behavior which targets it. Dot set offset. Like this is essentially what we're doing. We're spawning an attack. Let's quickly. This is how it's usually like laid out. Sometimes you'll even have like this, or like this that works, right? Yeah. Yeah, you'd have it like this, like you have a spawn behavior that is to target and the offset is set to this. Like you'd have these like giant chains of this. But yeah, I feel like that's actually even intuitive, surprisingly. It's a mess when looked at like this, but it makes sense, especially when you're in the process of writing it. So yeah, I'm like surprisingly happy with that. Let's give the enemy health bar real quick. Non-items, here. Give the enemy a health bar, shrink it down a ton. Um, Layout, transform. Size position, 0. Let's make it 24 pixels, minus 12. And we should see 12, negative 12, yep. Health bar, signals, shouldn't a health bar have health bar? Okay, let's just bar. Okay. And then let's quickly okay, and now we have the health bar. We plug a health manager into it. Let's give the enemy had like 50 health, right? I click on the health manager. Okay, let's give you 50 health. Okay, now let's make a player attack. So all items should be able to have an attack, which will be a packed scene, and for most it will default to null. And then in the player controller, if item, well, if, was it like held, how did we get the held item for the player? Hotbar done. Let's go to the hotbar. Because that's a hotbar slot. Dot mate dot item. Held item. Not no. And item dot attack. It's not no. Attack dot spawn. Attack. Attack. Swing. Attack dot spawn. Behavior dot to target self get local mouse position dot set offset 8.0. Is it that? On base nil. Yeah, this is truly peak combat. Should we get global mouse position? Yeah, okay, so it does work with global positions, I guess. Okay, let's quickly go into the editor. Debug actually. Visible collision shapes. Oh, that is. I actually really like that. But one thing that this doesn't allow us to do is set the damage we want. So I will save this as player attacks. And that is technically, why is this so laggy? Good Christ, I may need to restart it once I'm done streaming. It's turning painful. But okay, like what we can do right now is individually set the damage of an attack to what we want. So what I may do is change it from attack to have this be a base attack. And it will technically have damage, but that won't be something set by itself. Because, okay, so the base attack will be like the basic attack component. Is that just like, I know that it technically says 2 viewers, but shows just me. So okay, anyways, like we'll have a base attack component which will allow us to create the basic attacks. But then we want to be like the attacks would just be like the sprite and the hitbox, not the damage. Maybe we can have like attack composite. So what if we go into attacks, create a new script, attack composite, inherits oh, would it just be a ref counted maybe? What if we just make it inherit an object? Attack composite, and you will have equals no equals 1. Huh? Like it doesn't want to be static. Why can't we access attack scene if we can't access damage? Oh, attack dot. That's why. Okay. Okay, let's keep you on just being attack. Actually, I don't feel like having that. Like you're still an attack. You work. In it, we'll take an attack scene of attack scene and damage of int. Self dot attack scene equals attack scene. Self dot damage equals damage. Void, and we get you, so ignore. I really don't care about shadowed variables because I shadow them on purpose. Then we need to go to you because you're attack composite dot new. Yeah, if it's an attack composite, we can technically change its damage. Then we go to enemy. We of course need to give a new attack composite with a basic slash, and you will deal 15 damage with it. Because if we go to the basic slash now, yeah. Oh, attack scene on base property nil. Is this something we're allowed to do? No, you need to be void. Oh, We need to actually do that in this one. You will deal 50. You would just deal a nice, let's say 19 damage with it. We deal an entire 1 damage with it, but oh, you are null. So let's see. What if we undo making things an attack composite? Let's see, actually. Yeah, literally all we did was attack composite, so let's discard all changes. Okay, now we get to reload everything from disk. Reload current project. Because it all changes the UIDs. Okay, so what if we just stop and quit? Save and quit. Entities, enemies, enemy.gd. That's not even a script that exists. Like, that's not even a script that exists. Whatever, it works. It works again. Let's just reload current project to make sure. Okay, great. It's way better to just close Godot and then discard all changes. Just because you get fun things like this. Absolute BS. Like, let's just close window, discard all changes, and let's go back in. Boom, no UID changes. Okay. Select current. I love UID changes. But okay, so what we need to do is not have damage be defined for the attack itself. There, and now we go to enemy, and we can add word damage int. So you will take the basic slash. Yeah, that lag is bad. Wow. 19 damage for you. Go to player controller and you will by default have 1. Otherwise you will have 1. So we really need to hit the enemy a bunch to do any damage. But I feel like it's not really working though. Print out. Oh! So let's go to you. You're at 50 max health though. Huh? Excuse me? What are you on about? That's not true. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to restart this. It's been going for a few days now. Okay, now I'm actually. Oh. I am plainly stupid, actually. Yeah, I'm just plainly stupid. Wait, no, I'm not. What if we just... Actually, let's just add a new enemy so that I can copy what it has. Maybe it is better to have the health manager be... No, because I can still do that. What if... And we go in you and just plainly connect you. We assign the health or manager to you. Well, actually, health bar. You don't even need to be connected, huh? Then we just go in you, signals, health changed, health bar, update display. There we go. Now let's just delete the enemy again. Attach another enemy. Okay. I see. So that does not work that way. But okay. No, actually, you do still need it, huh? Because, yeah. Oh, we do not export funk. So we'll just disconnect you and connect you in editor again. But of course, enemy needs a target. I swear it feels like it's gonna crash. But okay, it still works, you know? Because yeah, all of these enemies will use basic slash by default. But yeah, because its health manager says it's going on 50, but for whatever reason, this one says it's going on 100. A 100. Oh yeah, it's just not counting as damage, actually. That's actually more concerning. Okay, let's just reload current project for one. Okay, let's try that. Holy Christ. Select current. There we go. Yeah, David versus Goliath. Yeah, it seems fair to me. Okay, let's just reduce the stats a little. Like, let's reduce you to have 15 health and deal only 3 damage. Oh? Like, if we go all the way up. Why are you still at 100? Like, that is just cursed. Let's see what's with you 215 as well. 5. Excuse me? Oh. It's because it's technically still on those guys. Let's get the camera off you first. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. And we just need to go to you. Player health bar. Oh, yeah, let's quickly move the player. Why is it going off of the assumption that it's at 100? So now it's going off of the assumption that it's 0. Even though you guys define it as 15. Huh? What? I did not mean to stop streaming there. I did, like, I meant to just unmute. I had to quickly do something. But, yeah. What? Why is it? Oh, I am so stupid. Oh, I am a moron. Oh. Oh. The wonders of converting a resource into a node. But like, yeah, that's like working. I'm thoroughly impressed with that. I love title case. 8 local commits to get up. Jesus. Uh, I'll just have to see if there's a way to like turn these 3 streams into being one, because it's a bit strange to have 3. I can at least turn it into one for YouTube with just video editing, but you know. I'm seriously happy with that though. Like, this is working. It'll probably break when I add like one other attack, but that's why it's rudimentary. Impenetrable fortress. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'll leave it at that for today, but yeah, that is great progress.